Simone Forti and I have been here this week. We had a workshop. Tonight we'll make a showing. I'm going to show a piece first, then Simone will do a solo also with a contribution from the group. And then Simone and I will do a duet. The piece I'm showing has two parts. The first part is down here, and then we'll all go up to the fourth floor. And it's all set up all there already. And then the second part of my solo will happen there.
Merhaba, ben Cemiliya. Hepiniz hoş geldiniz. Şimdi burada gösterim başlıyor, benim gösterimim. Bir bölüm burada olacak. Sonra hep beraber yukarı çıkacağız. Yukarıda gösterimin ikinci kısmı olacak. Ve sonra Simone Forti ile beraber, bağırayım mı? Simone Forti workshop'un etkisiyle burada bir atölye gerçekleştirdik hep beraber. Onun etkisiyle bir solo gösterecek ve en son bölümde de yine 4. katta ikimizin düeti var.
The evening will feature a lot of talking in English.
Ve çoğunlukla dil İngilizce bu akşam.
States, the United States in the late 1800s. Was after the major battles had been lost, and the Indians came up with this ritual, the ghost dance, and it was this idea that if you performed it well enough, then everything would change. The buffaloes would come back, and the dead soldiers would come back, the dead Indian soldiers, and everything would change. It was a dream that everything could change at once. And people made these shirts, these ghost shirts, and then they would fight small battles thinking that everything would change. And they thought that the shirts would protect them, but of course they didn't. I was driving through there once with an Indian, a woman from the Mohawk tribe, and she said, so we were driving through there, and she said that the person who had come up with this ritual of the Plain States, she said that this person was like an Indian Antichrist. This was like a... She said that the ghost dance was the worst thing that ever happened. That the dream of everything changing was worse than being conquered. Because even though they were conquered, they had these little areas. They had... The Navajo reservation is still the size of like Belgium. And they had the Minnesota tribe, they still give passports and driver's licenses there. It's this... They had space left after that. They were not totally conquered. They had decisions to make. They had things to deal with. They had whether or not they were going to preserve their language. They had all these things. And this dream prevented them from doing any of those things. This dream that everything might change at once. guy who had invented it. There's a Patti Smith song called Ghost Dance. And if we could imagine rewriting it from my friend's point of view, we could imagine that it would say, we won't live again. We won't live again. This is all you get. We won't live again. We won't live again. Fantasies of liberation, self-deception can bring a fate worse than death. Thanks. So that's the end of the first part. Now we go upstairs to the